All right, welcome back to the Attack the Rack YouTube channel. This is the Attack the Rack podcast. We are back again with Trent Bigmo and myself. If you've not yet subscribed to the Attack the Rack YouTube channel, we would love it if you would take a half a second, click that subscribe button. It is free for you, but it does a ton for us in growing our channel and getting our content out into the world. Also, would love it if you could click like, leave a comment, share it. And if you would like to email us about anything, we do have an email address. It is attacktherack3333@gmail.com. All right, fellas, big college basketball. This comes out Thursday. Today is Wednesday. Last night, big SEC matchup. Number one Auburn goes down for I think just the second or
Third.
third time this year. Lost to number 22 ranked Texas A&M, who kind of has been slipping this as of late. But obviously they're bouncing back with a big win, beating number one Auburn. Auburn was kind of the clear-cut number one overall seed at this juncture. Most people's favorite to win the national championship. Not that that was anything certain, but probably most people picking Auburn to win it at this juncture. Does this loss to number 22 Texas A&M hurt their chances at being the number one overall seed? Obviously, it's too early to tell. They still got a couple games left and the SEC conference tournament. But at this juncture, do you still consider them the number one overall seed?
Yeah. 27-3 is pretty good, especially in the SEC. Road loss, which is tough, but I think A&M's kind of fighting for their life as well. So I think it's almost like a bigger game for A&M to win than for Auburn. But yeah, I mean they got what was it? Lost by 11.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good chunk for being the number one team in the country. But yeah, I think Auburn's still probably top 4 team in the country, regardless.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I think they'll definitely be a number one seed, but number one overall seed, Big Mo, what do you think?
Where was the game at? I did not watch it.
Texas A&M.
On the road, SEC. I don't think it affects them too much. Now, I will say this though: if they got Florida coming up, or is that
Yeah.
Alabama? They have Florida coming up.
Oh, sorry, Alabama does.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, they got to have a tournament, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and they finished with Bama.
yeah.
Oh,
So
oh,
one loss isn't gonna. I mean, it might knock them down the rankings right now, but if they win out, take care of business, they're still probably the number one.
I would
yeah,
think so.
You're playing the. I mean, once you play in the SEC tournament, you're gonna end up facing a couple more ranked teams. So.
Yeah, I mean, currently in the SEC, eight of their 16 teams are ranked in the top 25. 10 teams in that league have 20 or more wins.
How many teams are in that league?
16. So
Yeah.
obviously, the more teams you have, the more
Yeah.
the more likelihood you're going to have more
How
teams.
many how many teams in the Big Ten are ranked right now?
Well, you have Michigan, Michigan State, Maryland,
Maryland,
Purdue,
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Is Illinois right on the border?
Probably. Well, I don't even. They're not at 20 wins yet.
Big Ten's got 5.
Yeah.
And you named them all.
And they got 18 teams in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
We added the yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, by the end, it's going to be determined itself because they'll win some more games or they're going to lose some of those SEC champion or tournament games. So
Yeah.
you know,
I think this year is going to be upset city. I think a lot of teams are going to get beat. It's
yeah.
just, I think it's more evenly matched. There's not one team that just dominates everybody. And you're like, oh, yeah, they're automatically going to win.
Yeah, I think there is a lot of parity, and I think that's what's going to make this tournament this year so exciting. And you got to realize you got to win 6 games in a row. If you
Yeah.
play in one of the playing games, 7 games in a row, to win the national championship. That is not easy to do.
Yeah, that's a long stretch to be great.
Yeah.
You got Florida, Bama tonight, which would probably determine a 2 seed ish, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I think Florida and Alabama are both still have an outside shot at maybe a number one seed. Obviously, you'd have to, I think Duke, Auburn, Tennessee
Houston.
kind of probably got them locked in. I think you'd say Houston probably has them locked in. Houston, would have to lose, but maybe you could get this winner of the Florida Bama game tonight if Houston loses at some juncture, which I doubt they will. They should probably run through their conference tournament. Um,
What happens if St. John's ends up winning their tournament and Florida and Tennessee falter a little bit?
Yeah.
yeah,
St. John's could bump up there. They got just best record as anybody else.
yeah, true. I think they only got five
Four
losses,
losses.
four losses. Yeah. Yeah, it's just hard. I mean, it's just hard because one of those teams is as good as St. John's. They could finish out um, undefeated, win their conference tournament. Same with Bama or Florida. But one of those teams right now in the top four would also have to lose, and that's where I'm not sure.
Well, Auburn loses, right? So they're now out of the top 4 or 5, right?
If
I
they
don't
lose
know.
another one,
I think only one loss. I think they'd still probably be a number one seed.
But they do they drop out of the number one spot right now?
The number
On the
one.
rank?
Yeah, number one. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, where do you go? If Duke, Houston, now Florida plays a big game, so that they could drop tonight. That could bump up St. John's. You drop Auburn below Tennessee or just ahead of Tennessee.
ahead of Tennessee.
Yeah.
So then they're the fourth. They drop 1 to 4.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
All right.
What if Alabama beats Florida tonight and then also beats Auburn on Sunday?
That would mix it up.
Well, then that's where I think like St. John's, you can't bump. I mean, I guess you could.
I mean,
The
if
St. John's will end
Alabama,
up having to beat a couple good teams in the Big East,
yeah,
but there's nobody probably who in the Big East is nobody's ranked right now, are they?
I don't think so.
Big East.
As I say, Villanova, maybe. Nope.
No, Creighton, no.
No,
UConn, no.
no, there's nobody else in there.
Marquette,
Oh yeah, yeah, they're a top.
and they're 20.
Yeah, they slipped quite a bit. They were top
Yeah.
10 at one point.
Well, with all the transferring, it is just so much more parity, and
Yeah,
you can obviously, as Michigan, Michigan can go from winning 5 games or whatever it was to 20 games in a year because you can bring in a whole new team almost.
yeah.
Yeah, and I think Michigan's got to they got to win tonight. They play Maryland tonight, right?
So when this comes out, we'll know the results of that game as well. I don't know if you guys saw our Michigan Attack the Rack guru, Sammy Go Blue, tweeted. He thinks, and I feel like most projections right now have Michigan at a 4 seed, but Sammy Go Blue's got them at a 6 or a 7 right now. And he thinks if they finish 0-2, losing to Maryland, and then they got Michigan State on Saturday or Sunday, if they finish 0-2, he's dropping them down maybe as low as a 10, 7, 8, or 8, 9, or a 10.
I don't think they'll get to 10.
No, I don't either. And like I said, I think right now most people got them at a 4. That's why I'm saying if they lose to Maryland and Michigan State, and obviously it kind of depends a little bit on the conference tournament. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's hard to tell how much the committee weighs in the conference tournament, but
Well, even if they lose these next 2 and they go win the conference tournament, that's going to get them a 4 or 5 seed easily.
yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think they have the ESPN bracket or whatever had Ohio State as like a play-in 12,
Yeah.
and they're like middle of the pack of the Big Ten. So I think Michigan would still stay. I mean, you got Wisconsin and Maryland at 12-6 in the conference. So if Michigan loses both, they'd be at 14-6. so they'd be right there. So I think the furthest they'll go is like an 8, maybe. But I still think even then that's too far because they've had a good year.
No, for sure. It's just, they're not trending upwards at the end of the season right now, especially if they lose to
Yeah.
Maryland and Michigan State. And then let's say they take an early exit out of the Big Ten tournament, then maybe we would see them slip down to
Yeah.
an 8, maybe.
Because that's tough too. Because then they're losing to a team who's ranked higher, both of them.
Yeah.
Maryland's 13, State 8. So it depends how much they get punished for losing to teams. I guess they're technically they're not better than,
Yeah.
according to rankings. Yeah, that'll be interesting how that all plays out for Michigan.
Tough way to finish the regular season.
Yeah, not great. But hopefully they can get it going in the conference tournament and get back on track.
Yep. And so we should know for sure. Obviously, we will know for sure Sunday night what the Big Ten conference tournament will look like. And I think
Is it next week?
Yeah.
Tournament?
I think maybe the early round games maybe start Wednesday.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, maybe Wednesday maybe 2 games on Wednesday, the 2 worst.
Yes, and then if the teams that get a double bye don't play till Thursday, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Because no one's going to want to watch the Washington Huskies play because they stink.
I forget though how many teams, and now it's who knows what it is now with the 18 teams, how they even do the Big Ten tournament.
True.
I guess it would be the same. It'd be the same design as the women's Big Ten tournament, which starts this week. That
Maybe they
bracket,
just add a couple more games to that early slate. Because I believe it used to be 2 games on that night before the big day where they had like 4 games or 5 games.
actually, the Big Ten tournament, women's tournament starts today. So that would mean if it's the same schedule, yeah. So next Wednesday, the men's tournament would start.
Yeah. They might just add a couple extra games on that Wednesday. And then same format the rest of the way out.
Yeah. So today in the women's tournament, there's 1, 2, 3 games today.
3 today?
Yep. And it looks like the lowest seed is 15. So 15 of the 18 teams make it.
Oh. So that would bump Washington, Penn State, and Iowa
Out.
out.
If
Yep.
it began today.
Yep.
Yeah. So then you got 4 teams that get a double bye.
Top 4.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, next Wednesday, it's 12 versus 13, 10 versus 15, 11 versus 14.
Yep.
And you won't see. That's the hard part. Like, I think tickets will be expensive just because you're going to have Michigan, Michigan State, and Purdue, and potentially Wisconsin all playing late into that weekend.
Yeah.
Because every time I went, I kind of wished that Purdue would lose because they travel well. Iowa used to be good because they travel well. So you'd always hope that a couple of those teams lose, and then you could go see the semis for like $20.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But if all those teams are still winning, then those tickets skyrocket.
All right. Well, hey, let's talk some NBA. Unless you guys got any other college basketball you want to talk about.
Nope.
All right. So you guys hear Kyrie Irving last night tore his ACL, out for the year. What a nightmare the last few weeks since the Luka trade has been for the Dallas Mavericks.
That owner or GM or whoever is
Yeah.
probably just in shock by what has unraveled.
Anthony Davis didn't even play a full game.
Yeah.
He's likely out for the season. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should they just at this point they dropped from a 66-1 odds to win the NBA championship down to a 200-1 odds.
Mm.
With Kyrie out, should they just shut down Anthony Davis at this point?
I don't know. I still think they try to make the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, right now Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I don't know. I think I would still try to at least get to that play-in game or make the playoffs with or without Anthony Davis. I wouldn't just like mail it in because at least you're in a spot to where you can play in the playoffs, and that way that franchise can make some playoff money as well. But with AD, I don't know. He's always hurt. I
Yeah.
like, I don't know. I just felt like he would get hurt regardless of where he was. Like for the Lakers, it was always something, and now it's something with Dallas. So yeah, I mean, I'll probably consider shutting him down just because Kyrie's out, and those are like your two superstars. But I would still try to compete for playoffs. So I guess it's kind of a weird spot. If he's healthy, let him ride. I guess
I mean, it sounds like it's likely he's out for the season anyway.
it's crazy. But yeah, they're in shambles. I don't really feel bad for him. The Mavericks, not like Kyrie and AD.
Yeah, yeah.
They dug their own grave there.
Yeah, I don't think they have a chance. I mean, I bet the Suns come out of nowhere and creep into that the playing game.
How far are they out right now?
I think they're only three back of the Mavericks.
Yeah,
Okay.
three. Yeah, and like 7 to 10 is 4 games
Okay.
or 11, I guess. Yeah, 7 to 11 is 4 games.
I don't know if the Suns can figure it out, maybe, but who knows?
No, because I saw KD arguing with the coach in like the first quarter or something like that.
Yeah.
Budenholzer or whatever that dude's name is.
Trying to see. Did they end up winning that game though?
I don't know. Depends. Is Booker having a good year? I don't know. You don't hear about any of these dudes.
No.
Yeah, they won. They beat the Clippers by 2.
Oh, so that was a good win for them because
It
the
was a good win because
Clippers,
Clippers were ahead of them.
yeah, they might squeak in. I mean, you
They
never
might.
know.
They might.
Durant is Kevin Durant.
And then you think like if they get in with Durant and Devin Booker, like you would think that they should have a shot to go to the finals.
Yeah, you would think. Who else they got? They got Brad Beal still.
And Bradley Beal, yeah.
They haven't played that well, Kurt. So
Yeah, I know. Like, why? How is that possible? With that much talent.
Yep. Nah. You never know.
sometimes it's more about talent, Kurt. Sometimes it's more than just talent.
Yeah. Well, our Pistons in the East, they have just been staying steady at that sixth spot. They've been there for a few weeks now.
Yep.
They got a 5-game lead over the seventh seed Miami Heat. So I would hope that they will at least finish with, at worst, the sixth seed. They're only a game behind, I think. Yeah, game behind the fourth or fifth. They're tied. Indiana and Milwaukee are tied for the fourth seed, with Detroit only a game behind.
Imagine the Pistons getting the 4 seed.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, I would. I think they just out hustle people. People don't match their intensity, and they win games because of it.
The question is, how does that play in the playoffs? Because
Yeah, I
everybody
don't
will be
know.
a little bit more engaged in the playoffs, but
Right.
Yeah,
it'll be interesting to see how that carries over,
Well, if they are able to bump up in the top four, then they get their home court advantage in the first round.
which would probably help them.
Yeah.
that'd be awesome. Detroit would be rocking.
Yeah, that'd be fun to go to one of those playoff games.
It'd be the first playoff series in Little Caesars too, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because they were historically bad the last
Yeah.
few.
Yep.
Go Pistons.
Go Pistons. All right, guys. Well, hey, let's wrap her up here. Top three today. We've done a lot of kind of movie rankings. Today we're going to talk top three sports movie characters. So characters in sports movies, it can be based on a true story. Can be a fiction story, as they call it. Trent, hit us with that wheel.
Let's go. I'm excited to hear some of these.
Yeah, this should be fun.
Once I started looking them up, there's a million. Kurt.
I'll go number one. I got to get my number one.
Oh,
I hope it's not the
sure.
one that I want.
No, it won't be because you haven't seen this movie.
Okay. And then Big Mo.
All right, I'll go second.
Ooh. All right.
All right, so yeah, like I said, Trent, we've talked about this movie. It was, I think, back early or middle of the summer when we were talking baseball movies or sports movies. I can't remember. The movie's The Natural. Big Mo and I heavily encourage you to watch it.
I haven't.
um, maybe as baseball season starts to start up here or the spring, you'll get that baseball itch. Maybe you give it a
Yeah.
shot.
And
So
basketball season's over, so I got a little more time on my plate.
So the main character in the movie The Natural is played by Big Mo, help me.
Uh,
How can I not think of his name? He's one of the greatest
uh,
actors of all time.
Uh-oh.
why did I just completely drew a blank.
Hang on. I got you.
Yeah, please, thank you. Roy
The
Hobbs.
Natural. See if you can come up with it before I find it.
Robert Redford.
Robert Redford.
Robert Redford.
Jeez.
Yes. Okay. So he plays Roy Hobbs. So my number one pick, Roy Hobbs, played by Robert Redford, in not only the best sports movie, probably one of the best movies ever made, The Natural.
Oh wow.
Best movie ever made.
Not sure about that, Kurt, but hey, a good sports movie.
Uh,
All right, number two.
yeah, what do you got?
That's you.
I'm gonna go with the classic, very popular series, um, Rocky Balboa.
It's a
Good one.
good choice.
I mean, come on. Is there any better story?
That's a good choice.
Rising up from the ashes out of nowhere.
Let me cross Rocky off my list. That's good. Now I get two, huh?
You
You
get two.
too.
Oh, baby. Give me Jackie Moon.
Oh, yeah, good one.
Yeah, good one, good one.
Semi-pro. Give me Jackie Moon and give me Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
That is a good one.
Let's go.
Number coming back to me, huh?
Yeah.
Yep.
Give me Ricky Wild Thing Vaughn.
Oh, good one.
Very good one. That was on my list.
We'll scratch that one out.
All right, my number two pick. So this will be what, the last pick in round two.
Yep.
I got to go from the movie, which, by the way, we had just talked about Gene Hackman and Hoosiers, and then like a day or two later, he unfortunately passed away.
Killed him.
What's that?
Or
Killed him.
Yeah. But from that movie, Hoosiers, I got to go Jimmy Chitwood.
Ooh.
Jimmy.
Sharpshooter, which is interesting. I just saw a video on social media talking about the actors that were the basketball players in the movie Hoosiers, and they wanted basketball players, not actors. Like the priority was basketball players. So it basically started for them to cast the players. They had like a kind of like a tryout where they just did a bunch of basketball stuff and they picked who they thought were the better basketball players over, even knowing yet if any of them could act. Jimmy Chitwood never even played high school basketball. Got cut. Like tried out, I think all 4 years they said, and got cut every year.
Really?
Yes. Yep.
Termination.
How about the fact that I was watching something about Gene Hackman stuff and the scene where he goes and talks to Jimmy Chitwood
Okay.
on the farm
Yeah.
and he's rebounding for him. And the producer, um, he made it was, I don't know, about 18 to 20 footers, but he made 18 in a row during that scene. And
Yeah.
they actually cut in I think they cut in a miss just to break it up because they didn't feel like it matched well. But
He was
I
cashing
think he
them.
knocked down like 18 in a row or something like that in that just one scene. Just boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
That's
Didn't
pretty
miss.
sweet.
And isn't it amazing? I mean, his shot looks great too.
Oh yeah. Hey,
Amazing that he'd never made a high school basketball team.
yeah. Well,
And
you
he
know,
was failing
sometimes,
all of his classes,
yeah.
Maybe that's why.
just ineligible all the time.
But hey, he'll make the shot.
Yeah.
He'll make the shot.
All right, so then I'm gonna go to kick off the last round. I'm gonna go Billy Hoyle from White Men Can't Jump,
Good
Nice.
one. Good one.
Billy Hoyle.
played by Woody
Good,
Harrelson.
good one. Good one. Good one. Good one. Well, there are a lot of great ones. I'm not gonna lie.
There are.
I'm going, and it's not even one of my favorite movies because I think you watch it once or twice, and that's probably enough. But man, he was a stud.
Don't do it to me.
Bobby
No.
Shea, Water Boy.
No.
He's a beast.
I should have took him earlier.
Best football player to ever live.
Oh my
The
goodness,
best.
Unblockable.
Yeah, he just jump over the line.
As long as he's hydrated, boom, you're good to go.
Yeah, not Gatorade.
Yeah.
H2O, high quality H2O.
Water sucks. That's a good one. All right. Give me Ricky Bobby. Talladega.
He was next on my list.
So yeah.
Ricky Bobby.
All right, what else did you guys have?
Airbud.
Okay.
Airbud.
Does that
I think we've
count?
talked about this Airbud before.
He's an athlete. I had
Rod
Meggett.
Tidwell,
Oh.
Yeah. Good one.
hell of a receiver.
Yes.
I had Meggett, the running back in longest yard,
Oh yeah, played by Nelly.
or Nelly. Yeah.
Nelly.
Yep. The other one I had was Squints.
Icebox.
Oh. Yes.
Yeah.
How about Forrest Gump?
Yeah.
Short-lived athletic career.
He was
Yeah.
good though. Ran
He
right
was
out the
a hell of a
stadium.
returner for Alabama or whatever it was.
How about this?
Daniel LaRusso.
Oh yeah.
Give him the Cobra.
How about cannot replace a Gary Bertier?
Oh,
What's that from?
Remember the Titans?
Oh, yeah.
Cannot replace a Gary Bertier.
You
Good
can't.
one.
It's almost like you can't replace a Rudiger.
Oh, you can't.
The last one I had was like Mike.
Little
Bow Wow. Yeah.
Little Bow Wow.
He was a bucket.
Uh,
That was a good one.
I had Willie Beeman, quarterback, and any given Sunday.
Yeah.
Played by Jamie Foxx.
Probably go Sidney Dean, counterpart to Billy Hoyle.
Yeah, true. Yeah, heck of a teammate.
Heck of a teammate.
I had Shep from Above the Rim.
Oh,
Came in and saved the day.
he did. Dressed in his gear.
Street clothes. I don't think he missed a shot. He scored 40 points in about 2 minutes.
Yeah. Some people just get hot. Doesn't matter if they're wearing jeans.
And then the only other one I had on my list, Dottie Hinson from catcher from a League of Their Own.
Nope. Dottie.
Dottie Hinson.
That was a good one.
And I'm sure there's a million more that I didn't think of.
Yeah, I don't know if I think we hit a big bunch there, Kurt.
Shooter McGavin, he was pretty good.
Who's
Shooter
that?
McGavin was pretty
Shooter
good.
McGavin.
Yeah. He was pretty good.
Well, if he was pretty good, we might as well say Bob Barker. Really knows how to throw a punch.
Yeah.
Oh, what about your favorite movie, Big Mo, Tin Cup?
Oh, true.
Tin Cup is good.
Yeah.
That is a classic. That is a classic.
I feel like that's Big Mo on the golf course. That 3-wood in the water. Give me another.
Yeah.
Give me,
Stubborn.
Give me
I'll
another.
make this one. It's
Yeah,
like Jimmy
give me
did one
another.
on the golf course. I'll make this one.
Yeah.
You better make this one. It's the last one you got in the bag. Roy McAvoy. I had to think about it. It was
Yeah.
Roy McAvoy.
Or Kevin Costner in For Love of the Game when he finishes his career with a perfect game.
Great actor, Kurt.
Yeah.
Multifaceted athlete, being able to hit the golf course and the baseball field.
Yeah.
Trying to think. No, otherwise I think we got them all. But some of our wonderful listeners could
Yes.
leave a couple in the comment section if they like.
Yeah, that'd be great because there's a lot. I'm sure there's a lot out there. I mean, you got Kevin Costner also, the catcher in
Old Durham.
Old Durham.
Who's the shortstop in Sandlot? Rodriguez? What's that
Yeah.
guy? Eddie?
Rocket?
Rocket? Yeah, he was good. I had to go with my boy Squints, though.
Yeah. Rocket made it to the big leagues. Remember at the end of the movie, he steals home for the Los Angeles Dodgers?
Right. What a stud.
Good.
All right, fellas. Anything else?
No.
No.
That's all
All
she
right.
wrote.
Well, what's that?
That's all she wrote.
All she wrote. All right. We'll see you next week. Enjoy this last weekend of regular season college basketball. Go Blue and St. John's.